Wow. Weirdly enough, the Stream Deck is quite a decent portal.
Oh yeah,
gaming
people.
solution. I've heard about that.
I've heard about the Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that, but I also thought that one needs to get some sort of a PC thing.
Yeah, it'd be better to have the keyboard, you know.
Okay.
But I know the new Elden Ring DLC just came out, and I haven't
Okay.
even seen it. Let me see. But you should play Elden Ring because being an Elden Lord is really fucking rad.
Being an Elden Lord. So
Yeah.
what's the longest gaming session you had on that game? Like,
guys, I think it was the 26 hours straight through stream, right?
26 hours.
Yeah. So I didn't even plan on going 26 hours. It was my first.
I mean,
Was it my first day playing?
Does anyone plan?
Yeah, this dude from Lithuania, he must know Mo.
Whose wife?
Mo is a friend of mine. Are you from Lithuania?
I am from Lithuania.
Lithuania, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. This is way better than the Tonight Show. Oh, thanks, Greg.
Yeah, well, 26 hours. So you said nobody. I don't think anybody plans to play 26 hours.
I mean, I think some people do, but I actually, yeah, it was my first day playing, so I didn't expect to play that long.
So
but
that's, you got the game and you're like, oh, I'll just, I'll try it out, and
Yeah.
then you're like 26 hours later.
yeah, but here's
That's
the-
like, see, you bought the game, you got it installed, you turn it on, 26 hours
yeah.
back.
But here's the
Nice.
problem. Here's the problem. So like you think that's like cool. You think it's like cool. But the thing was, it wasn't actually 26 hours like in the game. It's 26 hours and maybe 20 of those hours were on one boss. Right? And it was the very first boss because my dumb ass likes to go up and fight things like hand
20
on,
hours.
right?
But, I mean, I
it's
feel you're not
really-
exaggerating as well. It's like
No, it's like 20 hours in the same boss. Like I literally
and people were watching it live. I'm sure
I
there
had
were
a lot
thousands
of people, like
people were
10
like,
to 15. I think it was like 10,000, 12,000 people. Like, yeah. No, he's not sweating. It's my lights. I am on a lot of powder.
I mean, no, maybe I am sweating.
No, you are
It's-
moisturized. I
I'm
literally have,
moisturized.
I put on a
Thank
lot
you.
of powder because my lights cause a lot of reflection because they're
Okay.
not high up or in soft boxes. So
Right.
everything bounces. So I put a shit ton of powder on for that
Okay,
purpose.
so okay, thank you. Well,
Yeah. Maybe if I
Thank
turn
you.
on the front one, it'll be less shiny. I don't know. Or maybe it's more shiny. I don't know. She did 26 hours with no food and no bathroom breaks. I did bathroom breaks.
Wait.
I don't think I ate though. Actually, I don't think I.
that's a nice little fast. Was that
Yeah.
is that with your back, was your back okay at that point? Was that-
Yeah, that was pre-breaking incident.
Okay. Sorry to bring that up.
Pre-broken. No, it's okay actually. I think.
It's been better.
I mean, I'm still in a lot of pain, but I'm very good at managing it.
Okay.
I also have good determination, so that's great.
Right.
Yeah, so I think there's good, shitty things happen and good things come out of them.
Right.
I was like heavily addicted to Adderall before I broke my back.
Okay.
And I had stopped on and off, but breaking my back really pushed me off of it and I stopped it. I learned a lot of patience and I'm still learning a lot of patience. Getting on antidepressants, weirdly enough, was also one of the best things I've done for myself because
Okay.
being on like Molly and then acid and then Adderall for almost 10 years of my life, I didn't have the hormones or the serotonin.
Uh-huh.
And then when I started taking antidepressants, everything changed. And I actually I went to my doctor like a week ago and was like, I take a bubble bath and I feel like so good in the bubble bath. I go outside and I look at the sky and I breathe and I think it's beautiful. And I was like, is this like tripping? Because I feel like I'm pre-trip all the time. And he was like, no, that's just what normal people feel like.
So your
He's like, that's
dopamine
good.
system's resetting. Into,
Yeah. He was like, this
smaller
is just
things make you
normal.
happier.
Yeah. And I actually
Okay.
it makes sense now when I look back at a lot of things in my life and how much I had to try and produce my own happiness, if that makes sense.
So are you saying that having the back injury kind of slowed you down enough to notice these things? Or-
Mm-hmm. Totally. And I think it's just like, yeah, it's made me kind of process things a lot better and slower. So that's good. My reactions are slower. So that's nice too.
Right. So, and that's why I can do 26 hours of.
And that's why I can do 26
without
hours of
having
gaming.
any rages. Well, that's a nice update.
No, I mean, I still have rages. I mean, there's so many controllers. There's like a box of controllers over there somewhere.
Right.
It's bad. It's definitely
But
bad.
I'm very glad to hear. And so what about like in this time of healing? I'm sorry asking about these.
No, I
personal
love it.
questions, But in this time of healing, what else have you learned about your body? Have you been doing any like behavioral changes to help you?
So I'm definitely trying to get on a schedule and sleep the normal amount of hours.
Okay.
I've learned that my body needs like a good 8 to 9 hours. Especially women need more than men.
Really?
Yeah. So men on average need 6 to 7 hours. Women on average need 8 to 9 hours.
Okay.
So I've kind of started to understand, like, you know, where my body is the happiest and how I need to make the habits in my life around those happy moments, right? Before, I would just be like, oh, let me do this because it's what I want to do and it's going to make me feel happy mentally, right?
Okay.
But it's not like sustainable happiness, and it's not like overall it's going to affect my health, right?
Right. So before you sort of let whatever's happening go in and affect you, now you can be more selective about it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And like, I guess, like, you know, before I'd be like, oh, I'll go out because that makes me feel happy, and it's okay if I get 4 hours of sleep, and I'm going to go to set right after that because I'm going to feel happy, right? Going to set. And like, I look back at those moments and I'm like, no, you would have been happier if you like stayed in, had a good night's sleep, did your job, and like, you just wouldn't have had like, I feel like I've had a lot of spiked emotional times in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And because of my erratic life, my erratic hours, those led to a lot of those spiked emotional times. Versus now where I feel like and I hope it stays this way, where I'm slowed down and everything's on a one steady pace, where I'm not going to have those like crazy things happen to where I'm like, oh, it's the end of the world, or this is the best time of my life.
I know sounds like you're now more, I don't know if you were before, but it sounds like you're more able to put away immediate pleasure for something that would be pleasant later.
Yes, totally. Self-gratification.
Right.
Yes, instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
I'm a
So you can
Scorpio, so I grew up on instant gratification,
Okay.
right?
And now you're sort of rewiring yourself. I mean, you were put in a position that you kind of had to rewire yourself and change these ways.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for you. I'm sorry
So-
how you break your back for it, but it sounds like you're doing the right
Like,
thing.
what are the odds? The way I broke my back, like, what are the odds? Have you seen it?
What the is there? I
Yeah.
I didn't want to go deep online searching for the video if there was one. I'm like, but,
It's funny because like I used to be known as the girl for like sex and stuff, and everybody be
What?
like, "Oh, you're Adriana Chechik. Like, I love your videos." And I laugh because now when I go out and about, especially like I went to check into a hotel last week, and they were like, "Oh, you're the girl that broke her back," and I'm like, "Ah, shit!" Like, instead of being known as
Damn.
Adriana, I'm the girl that broke her back. And
Damn.
it's funnier because you would think that my other stuff would have made it around the world, but because of my past and streaming and how bad the accident was, this made it around the world. Like, people were like sending me their news covers or like their mail from their newspaper, and I was on the front page like, streamer breaks her back, and I'm like, what? Like, you're in
Well, I guess
Europe. Like, what
that's
is
one way of
happening?
Changing the approach, I guess, though.